And the guide goes deeper, detailing specific core qualities that mark a successful entrepreneur beyond just seeing opportunities. Let's talk about persistence.
Persistence is absolutely paramount. The guide defines it as the willingness to try and try and try again and learn from failures. Entrepreneurship is rarely a straight path, right? It's full of setbacks. And the ability to pick yourself up, figure out what went wrong, and keep going, that's essential. It's about building resilience with every single challenge.
Okay, persistence. What about commitment to work contract? That sounds pretty basic, like just doing what you promise.
Yeah.
But the guide seems to emphasize it in a, well, almost extreme way.
It does. This quality goes beyond just honoring your word or meeting deadlines, though those are obviously important. It gets into the willingness to do dirty or boring work or someone else's work if necessary, just to get the job done on time.
Wow.
The guide highlights entrepreneurs who pay premium overtime or incentives to meet a delivery schedule, and then they work right alongside their people, maybe even sweeping floors or cleaning toilets. They skip meals, lose sleep, fill in for workers who are out, even miss important family events like graduations or anniversaries, all because of this unwavering commitment to that work contract. It's a profound personal sacrifice for the business's success and its reputation.
That's a level of dedication way beyond a typical 9-to-5 job. It also seems connected to the next quality, demand for quality and efficiency.
Yeah.
Sounds like these entrepreneurs are just never satisfied.
Absolutely. A high standard for quality and efficiency is a dominant trait. They expect excellence from themselves and from their workers. They're constantly striving to find ways to do things better, faster, cheaper. The guide even challenges you directly. Does it bother you when things are not done well? Do you always think there's a better way to accomplish a task?
That's a great question.
It directly confronts that common puwede na yan mentality, the that's good enough attitude. True entrepreneurs just don't settle for good enough.
Oh, good enough for them.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's systematic planning and monitoring. This sounds critical for avoiding those costly mistakes we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
The guide has that visual, right? Someone with a telescope looking at a city, suggesting foresight.
Precisely. A successful entrepreneur doesn't just make a plan, they follow through with that plan systematically. They're constantly checking if activities and the expected results are actually happening as intended. Planning helps avoid costly mistakes, anticipate problems, figure out what you need, materials, skills, money, and lets you schedule things properly in advance.
And the monitoring part.
Monitoring is the verification, checking if everything's on track according to the plan and adjusting if it's not. Think back to Orly Villa, the plant guy. By monitoring the movement of his fertilizers, soil, compost plants, he could plan his next purchases accurately and schedule his replanting for the next batch. This foresight and consistent follow-through are just vital for efficiency and growth. It's about turning that vision into concrete, manageable steps.
That's a really clear link between the big picture and the daily grind. Another quality mentioned is persuasion and networking. That seems essential for any leader, right? You can have the best idea, but if you can't convince people.
Indeed. The entrepreneur is portrayed as a natural leader, someone who can win people over to his way of thinking. And this isn't just about selling a product. It's about persuading partners to invest, convincing a bank to give you a loan, negotiating better credit terms with suppliers, building a network with other entrepreneurs to get useful information.
And selling to customers, obviously.
And of course, persuading buyers to try your new product or service. The guide asks a pointed question. Are you able to get people with opinions of their own to change their minds because they believed what you said? This just highlights the huge power of influence in building a business, cultivating those crucial relationships.
And finally, creativity. It feels like this is where it all begins, doesn't it? That initial spark. The guide even shows that visual of two heads with a light bulb between them.
It absolutely does. Every single business starts as an idea in the entrepreneur's mind. That initial seed then grows through planning and action. But creativity isn't just vital at the start. It's needed continuously throughout the business's life. It's about product innovations. How do you improve or diversify what you offer? It's about marketing innovations. How do you reach more people, find new buyers, maybe introduce your products to totally new markets?
And problem solving.
And perhaps most critically, creativity is used daily for problem solving, tackling the countless challenges that inevitably pop up. This dynamic, adaptive thinking is what keeps a business thriving, allows it to pivot and grow.
Okay, so after hearing about all these incredible qualities, persistence, commitment, quality focus, planning, persuasion, creativity, you might be feeling ready to just leap in. But
woke up tracing lines on the window pane. Thought the world outside was just a driving rain. Felt like flotsam on an endless churning tide. Just a passenger, nowhere left to hide. Blame the stars, the forecast, and the twist of fate. Waited for a sign that always came too late. Every shadow seemed to stretch beyond my control. A whisper telling me I'd never reach my goal. But then the quiet hum started deep inside, and knowing rhythm where my doubt into the thoughts I sent. A tiny spark, a fundamental shift inherent.